Hey, thanks for watching Four Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and I just wanted to share a few things that I've picked up the last few weeks and give you a heads up on one hot item that you may not have known about. Um, but this has been a fun week. Last weekend, participated in a estate sale slash garage sale slash yard sale with my in-laws, and made a little bit of money, and that was fun. Selling comics, sold a long box and a short box worth of comics. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a little advice that some of you probably already knew. I'm probably the slow man. Um, you can do better at a garage sale or a yard sale many times than you can at a con. At a con, you have what I've found out, and again, I'm just putting two and two together here. At a con, you have a lot of other people selling, in some cases, the same stuff as you. And at this garage sale, I was the only comic guy around, and so I actually made more at this garage sale, this estate sale, than I did at the prior Comic Con several months ago. But I would still do the prior Comic Con. It was a lot of fun, and I plan on doing it this next October. But anyway, want to make you aware of one thing that you may not have. I just discovered. I know that there are some trade paperback collections out there that are hot because once they were printed, there weren't very many of them printed, and then they were out, they were gone, but and never been reprinted. Here's an example of one of those that I had, and I didn't even realize. And we'll talk about whether it's hot or not, but it is a collection of just a 2-issue miniseries from 1994. It is Dark Horse's Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter. Okay, Dark Horse and Valiant. And it's the 2-issue collection. Okay, not very thick as you can see there. But this thing, the reason I say, doubts whether I don't really know that it's hot or not, is simply because some people are asking. There's one that's asking as much as like around $260 for it. And it's not even CGC'd or anything. And the others are asking around $199. When they're asking that, I always pay close attention to, are they getting it? Okay, if they're not getting that, then that's a big tell. Okay, but no doubt it is rare. It isn't. There are 3 of them right now on eBay, and as of this afternoon anyway. And so found mine. I'm going to go ahead and put it up, and I'm not going to start it. I'll probably start it at like $20, and just to see what it does. And if no one touches it, next time I started at 10, next time I started at 5. Because quite honestly, you know me, I'm a dollar bin guy, and I got that out of a dollar bin just a few years ago. So anyway, making you aware of that. If you got one of those laying around and you're not married to it, you may want to consider selling it. Now, it is a nice book. It is a very cool Dave Dorman cover. And Dave Dorman, just one of my all-time favorite comic painters. I call him comic painter instead of a comic artist. And so great stuff there, but also a Lee Weeks story. I forget who wrote it. Jim Shooter was the plot. Plot by Jim Shooter. Dialogue by John Ostrander, but Lee Weeks artist. So it is the early '90s Lee Weeks style, which I loved. I loved him on Daredevil. And so anyway, so there's some good stuff there. So anyway, just a heads up about that book, in case you have one laying around, and many of us do. I found out I did. And so anyway, there's that. Now, on to some things I picked up. Something caught my eye. I haven't mentioned anything die-cast-wise in a long time in any of my videos, but while I have picked up a couple of die-cast Batmobiles, that's kind of sometimes I mention those, sometimes I don't. One of these days, I'll probably just do a video showing them all. But one of the things I did get, total die-cast. I mean, this thing is heavy. And I saw it's an item produced by Running Press, and I found it at a Books A Million. It's this right here. It's this Batman signal light, and as you can see there, you got the yellow beam. You can turn off and on. It takes some AAA batteries to run that, but it's heavy. It's solid die cast. The only thing that's not die cast, of course, is the light plate and the bat, but this is all metal, and it's great. And I've put it with some of my Batman stuff, which is another item altogether. Having also the last had my eye on a couple of Batman figures, and having done well at the garage sale, I picked a couple up. I picked up the Dark Detective. which I'm not. I've already said before, I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with Batman right now, but I still do love Bruce Wayne's Dark Detective, and there's a good-looking Batman figure right there. And I'm not, though I'm not following him in Detective. I plan to go back and pick those up when I can find them cheap. It is who I am. That is who I am. It is what it is. And you know, think what you want. But then this one, of course, I could not pass up when they issued this one just recently, and that is, of course, the Dark Knight Returns Batman. And so I just had to. My son actually pointed that out to me, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's going home with me." So there you go. And so they normally I have just started. I've just started displaying the signal, the bat signal with the Dark Knight Returns Batman, because it just seemed to fit better. But anyway, some cool stuff there. And you know, something about these figures. I'm watching. I used to be a Marvel Legends guy, and I'm watching Marvel Legends shrink their figures while going up in the price. Now Marvel Legends retail at Walmart for about $22. And I just can't see it. These are still at $19, $19 and change before tax, and they're bigger. They're a little bit bigger than the, you know, they're not shrinking the Batman figures. And so that, you know, Marvels have a little bit better articulation, but these, which are produced many of them by McFarlane toys, they're designed at least by McFarlane toys. They're just much better figures, much better looking figures. All right. As far as the bat signal, I wanted to show you the box it came in, and it was an item by Running Press. Here's what the box looks like. Like I said, I found mine at Books A Million, but I did also find some on eBay, and they're about the same price. I actually paid a little bit more at Books A Million than I would have on eBay, just simply because the eBay, it was free shipping. It was a little bit less, but I don't trust that free shipping with things like that. And though the die cast and everything had probably survived the trip, I just didn't want to take the chance. It was right there in hand at Books A Million. So, but that's what the box looks like. It is a very cool item. And if you like die casting, if you just like Batman memorabilia and that kind of thing, it's lots of fun. It also came with this little book. Haven't read it yet, but about the Batman bat signal lighting the dark night sky. And so, a little hardcover book that has a little bit of the history of the bat signal, and see if I can do this here. A little bit. Oh, I'll just do this. A little bit of some covers with the bat signal in them, you know, and the illustrations, and some really cool illustrations there. So neat little book that actually came with the bat light, the bat signal, and so stuff like that of that nature. And so there's the book. Very cool stuff there. All right. So lots of fun on that note. Okay. Some pickups. Recently, my wife and I were at, as I like to go to Vintage Stock, and you'll know that. We were at Vintage Stock in Joplin. We happened to be in Joplin celebrating our 22nd anniversary. And happy late anniversary, sweetie. You're welcome. All right. So she's messing around back here off camera. But anyway, so we're at Vintage Stock, and we're at the mall, and she has a couple of places, of course, that she wants to look at in the mall. So I go with her, and I noticed something of a throwback, almost a throwback to the 90s, where you had this guy set up. It wasn't really a kiosk so much as like 4 or 5 long tables to make a little area there where you can't get inside, but he's selling sports cards and comics and movie posters even, and DVDs. And so I actually picked up a couple of Silver Age gold keys. I wouldn't normally, but they had gloss on them still, and they just looked really nice. I paid $5 a piece. It may have been a little much, but I'm going to press them, and they're going to look even better. But I thought it was a deal. It was good for me. I like the Total War books, the Mars books, Mars Patrol books, but this one also, of course, as the early ones did, has that double, has that cover, the same image on the other side, but on the back, but without the print. So just the virgin version there. Okay. So and then there's and this was that was Total War number 2 actually, and so this is the Man from U.N.C.L.E. number 4. Great photo cover there, and then a great back photo cover as well. The Total War. I should mention I believe this is Wally Wood art inside, but someone might have to, there's some Wally Wood art inside, but I couldn't find anything before doing the video to confirm that, but I've got it on good authority that there's some Wally Wood art in there, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong, and my authority could be wrong. But anyway, all right. Last thing, I for the first time today, I picked up many Marvel comic multi-packs at Walmart. I've never picked up a DC, and now I did pick up a DC, and I was very, very happy that I did. And it was kind of a no-brainer, because it sitting on top, or the top comic in the pack, was this Batman: The Long Halloween special with the movie variant cover. And so as soon as I saw that, I knew it. It does have the, of course, you see those waves in the covers a lot on the books that come in those multi-packs. I'm gonna press it, and it'll press those right out. I know from experience. I'll cold press it. But anyway, great looking cover. I was glad to have that just for my collection. And then also, of course, what came with it was Batman, the Batman: The Long Halloween special itself. This was a reprint of issue number 1. This is the special that was put out just a few months ago. I had thought about calling Kenny over at the Comic Empire to put one in my bag, but I thought, at $7.99, I was like, I don't really want, didn't really want to pay that. We'll end up getting it in a bundle with 3 other comics, a great variant cover comic for $8.99. So good deal there. And the other 2 comics in there I haven't done any checking on, don't know anything about them. World of Krypton number 1. Okay, so I will give that a read, obviously. Nice looking cover there. It's not a variant as far as I know. It doesn't say variant. It is a limited series, 1 of 6. And then this other book that I know absolutely nothing about, The Dollhouse Family, Joe Hill House Comics. And it's a black label, a DC black label. I haven't read any of the DC black labels, so I don't know anything about them. I'll show you the cover here in just a bit as soon as I can figure out here. It is a number 6. It is a horror-based comic, and this is a variant cover. But anyway, there's the cover. Don't know anything about it. Don't know if it's hot, not hot, maybe just dead. Maybe no one knows about it. I don't know. It's just what was in there. But these definitely were what I was glad to get out of the 4-pack. Those in and of themselves just paid for the 4-pack. So I was glad to have those. Now again, let me say that about the movie cover. It's some are asking as much as $20 for it on eBay. I've only seen auctions go, I think, as high as $6 or $8. But I'm not auctioning it. I'm keeping this one, at least for the time being, because it's a beautiful cover. And I thought it was just nice to reacquaint myself with the first issue of the story, see if I want to go back and get them again. But can't beat the Tim Sale art inside. And just great stuff. And I think that's it. It was just a few tidbits I wanted to share with you and show you what was going on in the collection, in the room, in the comic room. So anyway, that's it. And hey, listen, if you like what you see here, go in and you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button, and tell your friends. Share the video. We got a great comics community on YouTube. There's plenty to keep you entertained. And if so if you like that kind of thing, come on back, and you're sure to see something you like. Anyway, that's it. Until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll just see you next time I publish a video. But having a hard time getting out of this video, so let's just say this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next video.